Last one, again, Thava will also add here on lessons from the 2008 load shedding. Four key lessons for me that stand up. The first one is integration, so that you can talk and share the risks and make sure that you don't line up your risks to actually take you even further. So that integration and talking between the Cape and the northern part of the country, between generation and transmission and distribution is very important. So one of the biggest lessons was integration. The second one was communication, so that at any time you know the state of the network and what the other hand is doing, so that you can kind of synergize and pull in the same direction. The third one for me was risk assessment. That when you take a decision that could have consequential risk on the next person, and therefore you have to be thorough in your risk assessment so that, as the CE said, you don't fix this problem and create another problem down the line. And the last one for me was a command center, when we started with what today we call an ERCC, Emergency Response Command Center. Because once we have that command center that overacts the whole program, then you can pull the strings and get the best back for your money. Those are just few lessons. Thava?
Just to add on to that, I think some of the issues we did in 2008 was, one of the big problems in 2008 was the issue of coal, making sure you had sufficient coal quality. We are in a different position compared to 2008. We still sit with similar issues in 2008 around quality, but quantity we sit in a better position, so that's one of the issues we've carried through since 2008. I think, like Mongezi said, much more agility, much more resilience in the teams, monitoring, checking up things, picking it up things much quicker. On the issue of diesel, one of the big problems in 2008 was we couldn't get diesel quick enough to replenish our tanks, and that's one of the reasons why we ran into such deep load shedding days on end into like level 3, 4,000 megawatts. We've got a better supply chain of diesel now, which means we've got some better relationships. We still battle with diesel, but in terms of getting diesel in the plant, we're in a better position than we were in 2008, but there's still room for improvement on that, and that's what we're busy working on. The other issues, we made decisions during that period. We were also a bit lucky. 2008, if you remember, 2009 was the economic financial crisis. The commodity market crashed in terms of that. The prices went down. We also saw a big drop in demand. So we had that breathing space after 2008. And that's one of the reasons why we survived that period. And that's why we never ran the gas turbines during that period. But as the demand started picking up after the World Cup 2010, 2011, one of the levers we had to do, and this is what we discussed before, and those are the decisions, like the chief executive said, those are the operational decisions you make. What levers do you use in order to make sure the light stays on? And one of the levers was maintenance. Now we've made that decision. That's one of the things we won't be carrying forward, is to say you'll sacrifice your plant and your maintenance in order to keep the lights on. So it's a decision that we've made now, and that is why you have to find other levers to compensate for the fact that you will not shift around maintenance. So I just want to add on to Mongezi on that.